Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the 21st century skills and how does these skills works. But first, let us define 21st century skills alone. The skills in 21st century comprises abilities and learning dispositions that have been identified as being required for success in 21st century society. There are three categories in 21st century skills: learning skills, literacy skills, life skills. Learning skills teaches students about the mental processes required to adapt and improve upon a modern work environment. These are the skills under the learning skills category: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication.
Critical thinking is the practice of solving problems among other qualities. Critical thinking is also looking at problems in a new way and linking learning across subjects and disciplines. This empowers a person to discover the truth in assertions, especially when it comes to separating fact from opinion. With critical thinking, a person don't just learn a set of facts or figures. Instead, they learn how to discover the facts and figures for themselves. They ask questions. They become engaged in the world around them. They help others think critically too. That might be the most important part of the critical thinking. However, technology has changed the critical thinking platform. The more technology makes menial tasks such as memorization null and void, the more room that gives us to spend time on more complex thinking skills. However, it's too easy to let technology do the thinking for us, or thinking that it does. In order to succeed in the 21st century, you have to remember that no matter how high-tech the machine, it's useless without a person telling it what to do and thinking critically about the result. Still, critical thinking is just one of the 4 C's in the 21st century skills. It works just fine when students use it alone. But when students combine it with the next skill, the sky is the limit to what they can achieve. Creativity is the practice of thinking outside the box. It is often treated like you have it or you don't quality, but a person can learn how to be creative by solving problems, creating systems, or just trying something they haven't tried before. That doesn't mean every person will become an artist. It means they'll be able to look at a problem from multiple perspectives, including those that others may not see. Creativity stands for people to embrace their inner strength, from big picture planning to make a fuzzy hole. As a person learns about their creativity, they also learn how to express it in healthy and productive ways. The point of creativity is to encourage them to think differently than convention demands. Creativity is trying new approaches to get things done, innovation and invention. The 21st century is a fun time to be creative, thanks to technology. Not only are the traditional ways of creativity still available, but there are tons of new possibilities made available. Instead of just painting a picture, you can animate it or arrange a piece of music on a computer without ever learning how to play an instrument. They don't have to do things the way they've always been done. Instead, they can figure out a better way. They don't have to embrace their creativity alone either. In fact, creativity works best when combined with the next 21st century skill. Collaboration is the practice of working together to achieve a common goal. For students, collaboration is important because whether students realize it or not, they'll probably work with other people for the rest of their lives. Practicing collaboration and teamwork helps students understand how to address a problem, make solutions, and decide the best action. It's also helpful for them to learn that other people don't always have the same ideas that they do. This is one that can affect a group. First, discouragement, as higher possibilities of fights comes up. Second, it could embolden them because they realize they are bringing something unique to every conversation. In a classroom setting, As a teacher, it's crucial that you encourage students to look at themselves through that second lens. That way, students learn that they should speak up when they have an idea. In 21st century, technology has made collaboration easier. It cannot be denied that technology takes collaboration a step further, making types of collaboration possible that weren't before technology. Just like with communication follows next to this learning skill, the same breakdowns can happen. The number of choices can get overwhelming, and the actual collaboration can get lost while we pay so much attention to the tools we're using to collaborate. But as the world grows more interconnected, collaboration will become a more and more essential skill than it already is, which is why it makes the list of the 4 C's for 21st century skills. Communication is the practice of conveying ideas quickly and clearly. That includes speaking directly to an idea and checking other participants to make sure they're engaged. In 21st century, communication is often taken for granted in today's society. In the age of text-based communications, SMS, emails, social media, etc., it's never been more important for an individual, especially students, to learn how to convey their thoughts in a way that others can understand them. That's because text-based communication lacks tone, which is critical to understanding the context of someone's words. Communication is about sharing thoughts, questions, ideas, and solutions. Technology has provided us with more convenient ways to communicate, but sometimes the various ways can become overwhelming. In addition, the communication can become more about technology being used than the message you're trying to send. That made communication one of the 4 C's. It emphasizes effective communication. Without effective communication, there's no way to get anything done inside the classroom or anywhere, which is why this is an essential 21st century skill.
Okay, let's continue with the second category in the 21st century skills. And this is literacy skills. Based on its definition, literacy skills focuses on how students can discern facts, publishing outlets, and the technology behind them. It is about how you analyze. These skills is about understanding facts, trustworthy sources, and how technology works, especially for today's world. Now, in 21st century skills, specifically in the literacy skills, have 3 things that must be learned. It is also sometimes called as the IMT skills. In IMT skills, we have first the information literacy. It is about understanding facts, figures, statistics, and data. Now, basically, this is about knowing what to embrace and not to embrace. It's about knowing what to trust and not to trust. It's about honesty, and it's about understanding whether this information is true or not, especially that we are saturated with such information, and most of the informations are fakes, right? And that is basically the information literacy. And it is also about understanding figures, statistics, and data. It's about analyzing and interpreting the information. And that's it for literacy skills. Now, the second one is the media literacy. It is about understanding the methods and the outlets in which information is published. In media literacy skills, you are able to understand whether the source of the information is trustworthy or not. You are able to understand where it came from, whether it came from a trustworthy or reliable source or not. Now, that's basically is whether it is came from whether it is published in a very trustworthy publishing or not. That's it. Now, let's move on to the technology literacy. In the technology literacy, it is about understanding the machines that make the information age possible. Now, it's about how to deal with the technology that surrounds us, It's about understanding and knowing how it works, when it works, and how to handle and to use the technology that surrounds us, especially today that we are a very modernized we are living in a very modernized day. So that's basically the technology literacy, and that's all for the literacy skills.
The third category of the 21st century skills is the life skills. Life skills take a look at intangible elements of a student's everyday life. It is the final category, also called LITS. These skills pertains to someone's personal life. Life skills are skills that is necessary or desirable for a full participation. At this point of time, I will discuss to you the 21st century skills under the category of life skills, which are the flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. Flexibility is the expression of someone's ability to adapt the changing circumstances. In other words, it is the ability to adapt to new situations, improvise to meet different type of challenges. For example, as a future educator, we are assigned in an area or place that are having new culture, beliefs, and tradition. As a flexible teacher, we need to respond positively to that change. For us to have rapport or to build a friendly relationship toward our students, have unity and progress, we need. The second skill is leadership. Leadership is someone penchant for setting goals, working a team through the steps required and achieving those goals collaboratively. It is the ability to guide others without forcing them into a direction or decision that leaves them still feeling empowered and accomplished. We need to remember that there's no I in a team. We need to work collaboratively. A leader must have the following. First is the communication skills, ability to communicate effectively. The second is awareness. You have an eye to examine which is effective or not. The third one is honesty and integrity. As a leader, the third skill is initiative. Leadership alone is not enough to get ahead. True success requires initiative. Initiative means working on projects outside of regular hours. It is the ability to assess and initiate things independently or be. The fourth skill is productivity. Productivity is the student's ability to complete work in an appropriate amount of time. It involves being able to deliver a specified task in a given period of time. This is important since it is the way in which success and failure are established in the working world. Being productive means being able to produce a product of a certain quality with a given time. The last one is the social skills. It is the ability of a person to build connection with others around them. Skills to communicate and interact with each other through gesture, body language, and our personal appearance. Human beings are social skills is very important. It will help us to understand people and to sense how they feel as well as their wants and needs. This ability allows you to adapt the people you're talking to, which is extremely.
Okay, that would be all for the 21st century skills topic. We hope that you learned from this discussion. Thank you.